how to write an estimate, save it, recall it, and then convert it to a work order. So for my home ribbon, I'm going to go to work orders. Now I can do this either in work orders or prioritization, doesn't matter. I can do it in either place. So when I go to write an estimate, I just simply go up and I click on estimate up here at the top half, or I can use one of my templates. I can do it either way. So I'm going to click on the estimate. It's going to start a new estimate. Now, when you do create an estimate, the very first thing, if I look on the right side, you'll notice there is no contact or vehicle. Okay. Now, if I don't want to enter anybody in the system, let's just say a customer calls up, I don't want to put them in the system, I just want to have a written estimate, I can just simply type it in. I can type in whatever information I have, maybe a phone number and any vehicle information, maybe it's a 2012 Chevy, 1500 or something like that. So you can just type in the information about the contact and vehicle here. Now, once I do have that, then I can come in and add services if I like. Maybe somebody want to get a price on some tires or something like that. You can do that. Maybe mount install on 4 tires, add and close. Now, once I have the package or packages on the ticket, then I can start looking things up. Now, the only disadvantage here is the fact that since I don't have a vehicle in the system, it won't be cataloged. So it just makes it a little bit harder to go find whatever tires I'm looking for. So if I want to go to inventory and look it up, or whether I go to the catalog, either way, I'll have to tell it what I'm looking for. So you see, it doesn't have any idea. It's just looking for tires. It doesn't know what size or anything like that. So if I go and say, well, I'm looking for something with an 18 in it, hit enter. Now I go looking for 18s. So at this point here, I can pick, whatever tire I want to price out, for example. Now, even if I don't have any in stock, I can still price them out. I don't know, we just grab something here. Click, and then you just draw, and that puts it on the ticket. Now again, you can, set up labor here if you want. Maybe I'm going to charge an hour's worth of labor. That's just a real basic generic type estimate here. Now at the bottom of your screen, you will notice deferred work. So what is deferred? Maybe I quote them something, they're not too sure on it. I can move it over to deferred if I wish. Maybe I quote them also on an alignment, maybe. So let's go in here and look for an alignment. Oops, spell it right. Maybe some kind of a thrust angle alignment. They don't want to price on that yet, but I can still price it if I want. Maybe I'm going to charge 1.2 hours for it. And then I can highlight that or box it in, right click, and move it to deferred. You also have a profit analysis. You're going to have your labor hours on the ticket. And if you do look up anything in the online catalogs, you can look it up and see what you've searched and what vendor. Now, you cannot order from here, but you can certainly see what you looked up. At the top of the screen, you can print, you can export to a PDF, you can email it to a customer, add more jobs, look up a factory service interval, there's your catalog lookup, reassign, you can adjust other charges and put notes in. Now, typically, you would probably want to put the service advisor name on for sure. Don't necessarily need a technician yet, since it's just an estimate. And then I would just save and close. So now I've just saved a generic type estimate here. So when I go to estimates, you'll see here is the estimate that I've written. Now as time goes by, after 30 days, you'll have to go start searching for it, but I can search for it, doesn't matter whether I wrote the estimate yesterday or 6 months ago. Very, very easy to do. All you do is just go to your find. Go to name. So if I know the name of that person, you'll notice down this left column here, estimate. See, these are work orders, I'm sorry, that was an invoice right on down the line. So here is that estimate I wrote for him. You see how it pulls it up here? So once I find it, all I got to do is just double click it, opens it up. Then at this point in time, if I'm ready to convert this to a work order, I certainly can. So convert to work order. Now here is where it's going to force me to enter that contact or find them and enter that vehicle. So it will stop you at this point. You will have to put them in. So you're going to have to add John Smith in. So we just go type in John Smith. I've got a phone number there. Save it. I'm going to right click on his name, add a vehicle. Now, even if the vehicle is not here yet, I can still come in, maybe type in some information. If I don't know a plate, I don't have to. I'm just going to go over here and pick a vehicle. So again, I'm just trying to get in the bare minimum here to get it started. I'm not sure of what model it is, so I'm just going to do my best guess here. We'll just say it's a LT here, 5.3. It's pretty common. And then hit OK. Now I have a vehicle. So bare minimum here to kind of get it rolling. So now all I do is leave this highlighted and I hit select. Now I'll have a work order. So once you have the work order started, then you can always, go back and adjust everything or finish filling out all your details. But that is an actual work order number. And then you save it and say, do I want to schedule it? Do I say the vehicle's here? There we go. So that's a real generic estimate. Now, if I want to be a little bit more specific, and if there's a customer that's already in the system, that does make it a whole lot easier. I can just simply click. So before I start putting any jobs on, I want to reassign. So if I reassign now, I can go pull up that customer. Mr. Gray called me up, said he gets a price on a job. Pull up Mr. Gray, look for the vehicle, hit select. See, now it's going to bring all that information across. So it's going to be a lot easier to go search for parts, look things up in the catalog and stuff. So when I add a job, let's just go price out a battery real quick for him. So I click on battery. Leave it boxed in. I can use my cataloging now, much, much easier. R&R battery, there's my labor. Now let's go start searching for parts. Let's see, we got any batteries? No batteries there. Let's go here. Well, they got some in the distribution center. Here, if I hit search, there's the batteries there. Now, if I know what size battery I'm looking for, no problem. So let's see what we had here. That's a 48 series, 48.9 or 48. Let's see if we have any 48s in here. Well, as a matter of fact, let's go into part number and look for 48. Okay, we'll just say it's that battery there. Hit apply. See, now I brought that all back. Now, what happens if I put a job on where I actually look up parts online? Let's go put an oil change on here. Go to catalog real quick on that line. And we'll just bring this one back to the ticket. So even though I'm just doing an estimate, if I go down to my purchases here, you'll see that's waiting to be ordered. Now, if I click on it, you see I cannot order it. There's no place to place the order. I've just looked it up. So now I have everything estimated out. I save it, and I have my estimate. Now, what's nice about doing it this way with this cataloging is if he comes in and I go to convert this to a work order, See, it automatically switches to a work order because we already had the contact and the vehicle in. If I go back over here to my purchases, there's that item that I looked up earlier. So when I click on it, now I can place the order. Now, the one thing you want to bear in mind when you do this is, what if this estimate was written 30 days ago or 20 days ago? And at that time, maybe they had low availability. So you do want to recheck this availability to make sure they still have it. So all you got to do is highlight the line or lines, hit check availability down here, and that just repings it. So make sure they still have it. And if they do, then I'm good to go. Place the order. And then when the product arrives, they're going to give me the invoice. So I'm going to click it. I'm going to open my PO, check it in, make sure my invoice number is correct, and receive. So that's really all there is to estimates. They're pretty straightforward. Just remember, it's easier if you already have the customer in the system than if you don't have them in.